Position here.
Should I go over there?
Hurry. Yes, you're over
Go
there.
over there. And then you have to call Babs. You have her number?
All right, here we go. And Stephen Powell.
Hello, everyone.
Yes. he's a baritone,
Yeah.
and I'm not.
He's barely a tone.
So, what's the? Oh, you want to make the call? Or
Yes.
You want to call Babs?
Yeah, let's call him. So we're with Stephen Powell. We're calling Barbara Shirvis, internationally famous soprano.
Do they know? That's my wife.
There's some connection.
My wife. But she-
Don't tell us what the phone number is. Stop.
Oh, good idea. 555. Like in the movies, right?
Get lucky.
There you go. Hope she'll answer. She might think it's a crank call.
Ooh, that would be fun. Opera crank call.
Listen to that. It's so loud.
Hello.
Babsy!
It's
Hello.
you.
How are you?
We're good. We're talking to you.
Indeed, you are.
We are. Okay, so you two are married.
Yes.
How long?
December 99.
170 years.
Not what it feels like.
It just feels that way. That's
Just the reality.
Well, so what's that make it?
I think 17.
Yeah.
17
Yeah.
years. You're both working singers.
Yes.
I worked with you like
1995.
how many years?
Glimmerglass.
95. And
Yeoman of the Guard.
And then Barbara, we worked together in like not. Oh no, Animal Medical Hospital is calling us at the same time. They'll have to wait. We worked together in Augusta.
Yeah, I don't remember when that was.
Me either. It was like around that same time, wasn't it?
It was like 96.
Yeah, I'm going to say 96.
And I'm being told, where are you talking to us from right now? Your guys' home in
Kennett Square, Pennsylvania.
who?
Kennett Square, Pennsylvania.
What the hell is that?
Really? It's the mushroom capital of the world is what it is.
Really?
It says so on the water tower.
It's
So you're in
the
the small-
suburbs.
Yeah, we live in the suburbs of Philadelphia.
Oh, it's a
Have you ever
Philadelphia
heard
bird.
Have you ever heard of the American painter? Well, there are several of them. Wyatt.
Hello,
Andrew Wyatt.
Sure.
Yeah, we live next to where he
Yeah,
grew up.
right
And
where
lived.
he lived and worked.
Yeah, and his
Well, there's three of them, like
NC
3
Wyatt,
generations
Andrew,
actually.
James.
Yeah. But that's the one with
Yeah.
Christina's World. That guy.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
the guy.
it's very beautiful around here. It's near where Steve grew up.
Thank you.
Yeah, she got more coming out.
Is that where you grew up?
Yeah, Westchester, Pennsylvania is where I grew up, which is so the Wyeth plantation or homestead is in between where I grew up and where we live now. It's about a 10-mile difference between the two towns, and so they're right in the middle. And yeah, so they're sort of the most famous residents of
So when you guys were looking for a place to settle, that was someplace that was familiar to you, and you thought, this is a nice place to have a family?
Well,
they have 2 kids.
We have 2 sons. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
if I recall this correctly, hon, when we found out you were pregnant, we were living in North Jersey at the time, and we were looking at taxes and housing costs. We're like,
God,
ooh.
yeah.
And then when we looked at where I grew up, and my mom's a real estate agent, and it was like, way less. We thought, okay, well maybe we'll choose this.
Absolutely.
And it was beautiful, and it
And
was
it's beautiful.
much quieter, and
Oh yeah.
And you can
we
still
were
travel.
still
Yeah.
close to the city and to come up for lessons and auditions
Right,
when we did
right.
that kind of nonsense. And
For a long time we did that.
yeah, and we joined the church that he grew up in, and
Yeah.
our kids are baptized and confirmed there.
What kind of church?
Lutheran.
And it was sort of like there were already roots, at least.
Right.
Yeah, there were roots there. My mom's there, my sister was there.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, so there was a lot of reasons to move back, not just taxes.
But so at the but
But it
you
had,
were-
it had a little
Did you
bit
meet
of a
singing?
draw.
Did you meet singing?
Yeah, that was what tipped it for Steve.
Yeah. Yes, we met singing at New York City Opera.
You sang at City Opera.
It
What,
was
what
the
show?
Well, we were in 4 shows that year. It was right after the Glimmerglass.
Oh, was it when what's his name moved to Glimmerglass? I mean, moved to City Opera.
What's his name? Oh,
You know.
Paul Kellogg.
Paul Kellogg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met.
Well,
Or did he come the
both
next year after
cast
that?
in those 4 shows that year, not by him.
Right.
Yeah, that was before.
I think he might have come in that year, even though it sort of wasn't his regime yet.
Right.
But the shows were Rosenkavalier. He was my father. Awkward.
You were funny now?
Yes.
Mikado.
I've done funny now.
Yum Yum and
You've got to
Pish
be
Tush.
kidding me.
Pish tush.
We did
Matis
we did
Jamal.
Magic Flute, Pamina and Papageno, and then
Oh my
this piece
God.
called Master Mahler by
Yeah, I remember. I
forget.
remember
Hindeman.
everyone saying that was the show to see that year.
Which one?
Matis der Mahler. Not
Yeah.
that I would go to see, because
Yeah.
I heard that music. I thought it was horrible.
Oh, come on, Michael. It was fantastic.
Was it good? When I listened to it when I was a
Yes.
kid in school, I said, damn, this sounds boring.
Well, you were a kid in school.
But I was a kid in school. That's very
You
true.
heard it now, you'd be like, this is brilliant. And why isn't it done more often?
Really? Did
That's
you,
what I
you
did.
liked it a lot?
Yeah. Hindeman,
Yeah,
yeah.
I couldn't
yeah.
remember the composer for
Hindeman.
5 minutes, so I don't know what that says.
So we met
Yeah.
immediately after you and I did Yeoman of the Guard at Glimmerglass. We went right to City Opera, and that's when we met, right after that.
Yeah,
And that's
then
when
we
we-
were in those 4 shows for the whole
Yeah.
season.
And then by the
so we
year
really
after
couldn't
that,
get away from each other.
yeah, exactly.
And it was magic. And
It was
the rest
magical.
is history.
The rest is history.
Yeah,
And here we
just
are.
like it still is today.
Exactly.
That's right. It's still magic. Good answer, honey.
you know what that's like, Michael.
What's that?
You know what that's like.
I know exactly what that's like. My wife is sitting at a table over there having carnitas tacos with our dog Mamie.
Aw.
My sweet little puppy.
She's a good dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your story about meeting and working together. What I'm really interested in, I don't know about you, Garrett,
Yeah.
is how you've made doing the 2 careers thing happen for so long and successfully.
Because I can start to list couples who haven't done it long and successfully.
Yeah, we sure know a lot who haven't.
Yes. Well, yes. We know them as well. Well, I don't know, honey. You want to take that one, or?
Well, my short answer is, is an inspired answer, which is we put one foot in front of the other.
Ah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
as it comes.
I
when
wish
it
I had.
comes.
I'm gonna try to be more clever and think of something, but honestly, that's more the reality. Is you do what you got to do. You decide what's important and what's more important and less important. For instance, Steve definitely decided that Europe, trying to make a
Would be crazy.
primary career in Europe was not feasible because then he would never see his kids and
Or my wife.
or your wife, but that's singers deal with that kind of stuff all the time.
We're adults. Kids don't
The
understand.
kids make it a little bit different,
Absolutely.
And we knew we wanted kids and kind of a normal existence if within a realistic frame. So there were some sacrifices, but we also dragged our kids everywhere with us. Homeschooled
That's so
and
smart. Oh, really?
Yeah, we homeschooled till they were
Yeah.
6th grade. Yeah, and we traveled with them,
Yeah.
so that we could be together. Otherwise,
Sure.
But
Right.
also that was not easy.
No, that's
Dragging their, creating the curriculum, dragging their books with them,
Right.
along with all the other
Yeah,
paraphernalia.
it would be easy to do poorly.
Yeah. Well, we succeeded
It
at
would.
that.
Yeah,
on
but-
a
And
few
I'm
occasions.
Yeah.
going to say that we had a lot of luck. Our kids
Yeah, they're good.
are great, and they're
Can I
Well,
eat
they're-
this?
not
Oh,
difficult, or we don't have any issues necessarily. If you did, it would be harder.
Right. Right.
They've turned out really well in spite of us.
Yeah, they're both ready to go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're musicians, and they're kind and
Didn't you
warm.
tell them,
and,
no, don't be a musician, whatever you do?
Well,
we
I mean,
didn't.
the deck was stacked. What else
Yeah,
are they
Yeah, what are
gonna
we
do?
supposed to do,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they lived it with us.
And you guys say they're really good.
They are really
That's
good.
important.
It is
They have talent.
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't have fostered that if we didn't think they really could do it, but they really
I mean,
are talented.
you don't really decide that, do you?
No.
Am
No,
I
they-
going to be a musician? No, it is who you are.
Okay, Babs,
You
I'm
can
going to
decide
ask
whether
you,
you pursue it as a
Right.
career for sure, but
like we all did.
Right.
Babs, I'm going to start with you so that you can go away to do the things that you have to do at home. Tell me how you started singing, like teacher schools. Did you come out singing from the womb? All that stuff. And
My goodness, I haven't talked about this
where
in
you
so
from
long.
originally?
Well, I always loved to sing, but I was very shy, believe it or not.
You were shy.
And
I know, right?
what was that? I know, kind of crazy. But
Well, you're not like some wacky
I did-
person. You're a pretty normal, just a normal good person. So I can see that.
yeah. I wasn't like my husband, who was always sort of look at me. Just kidding, honey.
Oh my God, honey, can I tell my story? That's not true. I want to tell my story after you're done.
No.
Well, she'll be gone, and you can
Let me
say
make it
anything
quick,
you
'cause
want.
It's not all that interesting.
That's right.
I didn't do the typical. I wasn't in the plays in high school. I didn't do districts. I didn't even know what that was till our kids did it.
That's so funny
Really,
because you're good on stage.
Yeah, she's great.
I wonder, where did that come in? Well, you'll tell us.
Well, I mean, I didn't have a great high school experience. I had sort of a bad attitude, and I wasn't going to go to college. And
Wow.
so I worked full time in a grocery store for a year, which was basically what convinced me to go to college.
What grocery store?
Yeah, and
What was the name
my
of it?
mom was relieved, and I said I want to study music because that was the only thing that I could think of that was interesting. But I wanted to be, Ella Fitzgerald. I
Wow.
thought,
There's one problem with that.
interesting?
yeah, right? Well, except that I wasn't that talented. So I fell in with the wrong crowd and became an opera singer.
Mistake.
Actually, back in the day, if you studied singing, you only studied classical singing.
Oh, I
There was
see.
no musical theater,
Yeah.
Right, that's
no
true.
pop or jazz or anything like that.
There are very few
Is that
programs.
what you recall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I recall too.
And so then my eyes, I had never really. My family loved music. My dad would play the guitar and the banjo all the time, and the ukulele. And his mom, an immigrant in Chicago, Lithuanian,
Oh, wow.
would drag him to the free the low price matinees at Chicago Lyric because he was the youngest one, and so there was maybe a little bit of that in there, and he would play Carmen on the radio, on the LP in the house, but it wasn't formal,
But it was
It
something.
was any kind of music.
But that was a part of his growing up.
Yeah.
So when you started doing it, he must have loved that.
Yeah, I did. Once I got to school, it was just a whole new world, and I thought, I of course fell in love with classical music and Lieder. And then I was in school forever. I went to graduate school at Manhattan School.
Oh, you did?
And when I finally
Who did you?
when I finally
study
graduated,
with?
sorry, go ahead. When I finally graduated, I got a job at New York City Opera in the chorus.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to wait tables or whatever. And I didn't have any other skills. And then I quickly moved up to comprimaria and then to leading singer. And that was the same year that I met Steve.
Wow.
So,
Now,
I
who
stayed
were
there
you-
for a long time.
Who are your voice teachers, and are there any ones you want to mention that you liked? Or did you hate
When
them
I
all?
was at Manhattan School, I studied with Beverly Johnson,
Sure.
who is gone now, but
Yeah.
she was my main teacher for a long time. And then I studied with Arthur Levy
Sure.
for a very long time, and I would sort of still consider him my
Your
main
teacher.
teacher, although he's busy and I'm busy.
Yeah.
I had a few months intense period with a man called Neil Seamer, who helped me incredibly in just a very short time. And if I had time and focus, I would definitely go back and see him. He helped me a lot and actually influenced my own teaching.
Oh, that's nice.
So those were, I didn't switch around a lot. I didn't have a lot of teachers.
Uh-huh. You know, Arthur worked with Meryl Streep on that movie.
Yes. Did you see it? It was adorable.
She was so great.
That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The Florence
and I
Foster
remember
Jenkins
listening
movie.
to Florence Foster Jenkins when we were in
Me too, in
undergrad,
school.
actually.
Yeah.
And of course we were all rude about it, you know. And I actually thought that Meryl Streep wasn't quite bad enough.
You thought she could have been worse? Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Meryl Streep wasn't, what was she, 72 when she did that concert?
Yeah, I think she was something like that.
Meryl was
yeah.
still pretty bad.
Yeah.
She did a good job of being bad.
Bless her beautiful soul, you
What
know.
an interesting story.
But yeah, so Arthur's kind of a big fancy deal, and he's certainly not, you know, easy to get a lesson with anymore. But
Oh, is that
we
true?
saw him recently, had lunch with him and stuff.
That's nice.
And
Well,
even
so-
I used to sit in on each other's lessons, which was very, very
Oh, is that
interesting
true?
and helpful.
Yeah, we both studied with him at the same time. Yeah. So yeah, it was very helpful to do that.
Very nice.
That is
okay.
a big plus. I think if you got someone you trust and they are going to let you sit in on, I think you'll learn so much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we trust each other completely with
Right.
our voices, and obviously we trusted Arthur, so it was very helpful to hear what he was doing with both of us. And
Very
we
good.
both have the same approach to technique and in our own teaching, the same much of what Arthur had given us. So.
And recently we've been sort of sharing a studio at Manus. It's really Steve's job, but when he's gone, I'll be his sub. And one time we taught the day with two of us in the studio, and that was a lot of fun, and we were very much on the same page, and I even said they enjoyed it.
Well,
I'm sure
they had
they
to
did.
say it.
Right.
They didn't have to say it. I've done that with Angie too, and it's really helpful
Yeah.
to get that other perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When
it
you,
is, yeah.
because you miss something and they'll go, they're right there for it.
Right.
It's really great.
Yeah.
Okay, now what, like, if we were going to say, what are the Barbara Shirvis roles in the operatic canon? What would you say they are?
Well, kind of in the later, the late Barbara Shirvis. Ooh, that sounds terrible.
No, she's not late. She's still here. Knock on wood.
I love the Puccini repertoire, like Tosca and Mimi, and although I sang Mimi really late, you know, that's kind of usually an earlier Puccini.